Hey everybody, Aaron Blaise here. It is Friday again. Man, I blinked. We blinked and it's Friday again, August 27th. And we're back to do some online drawing, talking, philosophizing, solving the problems of the world, all through art.
There's problems in the world?
Nick says I have a Diet Coke problem, so I'm drinking LaCroix now.
You do have a Diet Coke problem.
Yes. Tell that to Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Whatever happened to that guy?
So, we have, as of today, Ken Sperduso's new course on his introduction to drawing portraits is out. It is out and about. So for all you folks that did the pre-order, you can get it now. And all those that want to get it now, it's available now. So it's great. Ken and I used to work together at Disney for years and years, and he has a really great approach on explaining how to draw portraits, how to draw likenesses. He goes over anatomy. He goes over, looking at negative space, looking at the shape of shadows, and all the different things that you kind of are aware of when you're creating portraits. And it's really a nice course. So it is now available. Go over to creatureartteacher.com, and you can now get it. Also, what have we got? My books are still in pre-order, and you can still get my Art of book, The Art of Aaron Blaise, Volume 1, or my 100 Drawings book. If you order those now, you can get a signed copy. Yes, we ship international. That's our number one question. We ship to India. That's our number two question. So, go to, I'm sorry, I just went blank. creatureartteacher.com/books, and you can get them there. We've got a really nice foreword by Don Hahn, which I'm really proud of. Don and I have worked together for 30 plus years. And turning that off. There we go. I think that's off. Nope.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Trying to turn my touch off. There we go. A really nice forward by Don Hahn. He was a producer of The Lion King, Hunchback, Atlantis, Maleficent, Beauty and the Beast, all kinds of great stuff. So that's, what did I say, creatureartteacher.com/books. And like I said, you can purchase the my coffee table book there, which is the big Art of book with over 260 illustrations. And then my 100 drawings as well, which is just that, it's 100 drawings. Order it now and you will get a signed copy. So there you go. What else am I missing? Am I missing anything else? We don't have any live events coming up.
Can I also
Oh yeah, Dustin. Dustin's got a brand new photo pack from Yellowstone. Go ahead, Dustin, take it away.
Yeah, a couple months ago we went out to Yellowstone, and while we were there I got a whole bunch of incredible photos while we were out there. So got a lot of ram, a lot of wolves, grizzly bears, black bears, bison, and even little calf bison. They were so cute. And just so much wildlife out there. And I was able to get all of them together, all the best shots, put them all together, and make a reference pack just for all of you guys out there. And they're really high quality, and the sales have been great, a lot of great reviews, and just been absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't gotten those yet, I think they're still 50% off right now.
Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got the back to school sale still going, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We extended that 40% off everything on the website. Art tutorials, animation lessons, Photoshop brushes, Procreate courses, all of that. 40% off. That's ending soon. And if you are if you're a student or teacher, you could still get 50% off membership, which gets you everything on the site.
Excellent.
So there you go.
And someone in the reviews section was asking about the terms of service for the photo packs. It's you're allowed to use them as long as you don't redistribute or resell the photos themselves.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. You still own the rights to the image, but people can use them for reference. That's what they're there for.
You're allowed to use them for reference for your artwork. You just can't resell or redistribute.
Right. We retain the rights to the images.
Hey, Eric, Stephen Coleman is watching, and he says, "Fix your collar. It looks funny."
I don't know Stephen Coleman. There we go. Is that better?
Hey, Gabby's here. Says good morning, all.
Gabby, finally, where the heck have you been? Holy smokies. Holy schnakies. Gabby, the Gabster, the Gabarella, Gabarino.
Zunji's here too.
Hey, Zunji.
Zunji.
Is it Zunji? Tell us yes or no. Are we saying it right? I never know if we're saying it right. Whoa! I got my settings way off here.
Got the big brush going, huh?
There we go.
Someone just asked if there's a time limit if you purchase a course, and the answer is no. It is yours to keep forever.
You can only run the strip. You can only run it for 5 seconds, then it closes up.
Yeah. I just feel like drawing comic stuff today. I don't know. I just want to do a character.
Gabby says she's working and trying to art.
Trying to art. Ah.
And Zone G says Aaron says it right.
Oh, good. Thank you.
We miss you too, Gabby. Gabby says, I miss you guys.
Miss you too, Gabster.
Meh.
Eh.
Just kidding.
I'm drawing right on the background. Typical. Typical.
Now what if you actually drew on the background like there's no going back when you put it?
That's how I used to do it when I first started. I didn't know that there was a thing called layers. So I just treated it like I was painting on a canvas.
I think it'd be fun trying to do that again as like a little challenge.
It would,
Like
actually.
you can't erase. You can only
Add.
You can only add. Yeah, you can only add and can't subtract.
And no color picker.
You know what?
No cup picking colors. You have to eyeball everything.
Venkat asks, drawing a bear, Aaron, sir?
Yeah. I thought I'd try something different.
Get out of your comfort zone a bit.
Yeah, I thought I'd try getting out of my comfort zone.
Continues to draw a bear.
Actually, I am trying to draw something a little different. Something in a style that I haven't done.
A very unique caricature style.
Yeah, I just want to try something a little.
Enough for something completely different.
And yet not. I like playing with... When I do my character designs, I love playing with proportion.
Vicky Mead says, hi, gentlemen.
Hello.
Do you think you may someday have an in-depth course on TV paint?
We do. Well, it's not really a course, but if you go to YouTube, go to my channel on YouTube. Let me show you. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up right now.
What are they asking for? Because I can post a link.
In-depth courses on TV paint.
Oh, got it. I got the whole there's a whole playlist. I'll put a link to it in the comments on all the...
Yes, so here's my page on YouTube, and if you scroll down, look right here, TV paint demos and tutorials. Nick and I spent a couple of weeks putting these together.
And we're going to be doing some more soon, actually.
Yeah, these are a few years old, 5 years ago. Holy moly. I can't believe it was that long ago.
A lot of things have changed in TV paint since then.
No,
It hasn't really. It hasn't. Yeah, they were pretty on the money back then.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is TV. We were going. This 5 years ago. We were going over TV Paint 11, and I'm on TV Paint 11. What, 0.2
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think it's 0.5, yeah.
or 0.5? Yeah.
Gabby's wondering how Marshall's doing.
Marshall is awesome.
Yeah, just stole a couple of his hot dogs for lunch today.
Yes, Dustin went over and stole his hot dogs. There's one off to the side.
Venkat's wondering, how many Photoshop artworks have you done?
At least 7. I've got this
YouTube
urge.
question. What should a character be doing when you're trying to design one like a full body pose or expression?
What should a character be doing?
Yeah.
It can be doing anything, but it's got to be. But have it do something. You know, it's always great when you can see a character that has character. You can see it's thinking. It's got an attitude. It's like in this case, I'm trying to draw a little. I don't know, just a little.
You just don't want to draw somebody standing there in a lifeless position, like holding a sword or whatever. You want to add some character to it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a student at Ringling, there was a guy that came from Disney, and he said, if you're going to draw a pirate, don't just draw a pirate standing there lifeless holding a sword. Draw him so you can feel him hanging from the mast and the wind whipping through his hair and through his beard, and like you want to give a sense of story to your character illustration.
Who was that? Do you know?
I cannot remember it. I knew his name for a long time, and he's a Ringling alumni. I know that.
I wonder if it was someone from a studio in Florida.
They were still actively at Disney at the time. This would have been 2000, actually probably 2000.
I would have known them then. No bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno. I like to just draw, and see what you come up with.
Have you drawn NSFW art?
What?
Not safe for work art.
Oh, well, it depends on what you consider not safe for work. No, I don't draw pornography, if that's what you're asking. But I do figurative work. I do nudes, yeah. I want like I'm trying to get like an all right.
Someone's asking, how about a hippie water buffalo?
It's kind of what I'm trying to do with a bear, a little bit. That's not a bad idea though, a little hippie water buffalo.
How about a muskox? Get that out of your system.
Yeah.
How's your week been, Aaron and Dustin?
I have literally been in this chair for probably 90% of my waking hours. We have been storyboarding like crazy.
And meanwhile, I've been suffering with a broken AC at my place the past couple of days.
Oh, I was going to pull up. Let me pull up.
It got up to 85 degrees in my apartment yesterday.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Thank God I had some fans to help cool me off.
Have they fixed your air conditioner yet?
They hopefully should be fixed up by the time I get home today. Because the AC's in the attic, and the attic is able to be accessed from the central stairway.
Hey.
Is Project Dolphin hooked back up?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. It just hit.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
YouTube question. Whose idea was it to do the funny scene with the ice reflections at the end of Brother Bear?
That was, I can't remember who came up with that gag, but it was actually Byron Howard animated it. Was that Byron or Travis? No, Travis animated it in the movie. Byron Howard animated the goofy one at the end of the movie. Byron is the director of Tangled and Zootopia. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing this. Bolt. Co-director on Bolt. Got a whole bunch here. I'm just going to show you. I've got all these. This is. I'm going to click through. Do you mind if I click through these, Nick? This is just where he's making the snow. I'm just going to show some of the storyboards. This is just one little section that I boarded the last couple of days, but this is where.
These aren't final boards yet. Right?
No, these aren't final boards. But this is where our bear sees this pile of snow. He sees from a distance and thinks it might be something, runs up to it, sees it's this pile of snow, and he gets the idea to turn it into a snow bear. So he's looking at it, and then here it's, and this is just lots and lots of drawing of him just kind of sitting here making this thing. And it's going to be a lot of fun to animate this. You know, the more I draw this guy, the more I feel like I know him, the more he feels like he's my kid, he's my creation.
Creation?
Yeah. Making his little snow bear. And we've got a lot of different stuff. There he's digging down, looking for that little nose character.
What are we drawing today?
What are we drawing today? Well, we are drawing bears. I got sidetracked there. Sorry. I'm trying to draw something a little different. What happens if they've got a little face?
The top of that head almost makes it look like the bear has a crew cut or something.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just trying to play with some shapes.
Probably try a bear with either a mohawk or I don't know why, but that swoop just made me think of like Elvis' hair.
Well, looking at the black bears we have around here, our black bears here have this really kind of elegant shape to their heads. But everything feels a little too evenly distributed when I do something like that. They tend to have kind of these long necks. See how they have this nice fluid shape to their heads. We've got quite a few out here, right out here in our backyard.
It's funny when you give it that longer swoop, it looks more like a polar bear.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Well, the black bears don't have much of a forehead. Grizzlies have that forehead, that real distinctive look. I had this idea in my head of trying to do something like like that lion that I did in the suit and the jacket, the dinner jacket. I was drinking tea, and just the idea of a big bear kind of stuck.
Gabby says, "You give me an idea, Lebowski bear."
Yeah. Oh, something like this might work. See, a lot of times it's just doing quick scribbles like this where I can find a big shape. There we go. Now I'm getting something I like. It's like it's just a snapshot. Like someone said, "Hey, look at me," and he turns and looks, and you get a picture of him.
Someone on Twitch says they love that top middle sketch.
With a big bulbous head. He's a waterhead.
Loving the bear illustrations. Recently in a stream, you said bears' noses can be similar to dogs. Are there any other similarities between bears and dogs' faces, skulls, and how to draw them?
Yeah, their skulls are actually somewhat similar. you know, but I mean, at the end of the day, a bear is a bear and a dog is a dog. There's similarities, but I wouldn't go, hey, I'm going to draw it like this because that's how it is on a dog, or you know, these are just things that I've noticed. No, a mouth feels like it's got to be pushed up here.
Had you worked on Hunchback of Notre Dame, what character would you have liked to animate?
I did not. I would love to work on the Hunchback. What's his name? What was his name?
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. Thank you. Quasimodo.
Quasimodo, which means half full.
Travis worked on Frollo.
Frollo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite.
I kind of like
Disney
this
songs
guy.
from that movie. The what's the name of that song? The one that Frollo sings.
Hunchback of Notre Dame is the one movie that's like almost uncomfortable to show to kids.
We've talked about that quite a bit. The section where she's dancing in the flames, the guys that animated that, they had a blast.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I just love that.
Well,
that
his whole
song
main
is just so
motivation as a
powerful.
villain is just,
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, they pretty much stuck to it, didn't they? Yeah, I think I found a little illustration. It's nothing major.
Twitch
It's just
question.
What's that?
I got a Twitch question for you if you're ready. Sorry.
Sure.
When starting in digital, is it better to buy cheap or expensive tablets to learn?
Depends on. To me, it's important to buy the tablet that you get what you need out of it. So if you can get it out of a cheap tablet, then great. I don't think you can. You know, I'm always a big advocate if this is something you're going to do for a living, and get the best if you can get it.
I mean, there's something to be said though if you're a hobbyist or a student just
Right.
starting out and you want to dip your finger in it. I mean,
I don't know that equipment.
well, I mean,
Enough
like
to-
the Wacom
to review
One,
it.
that's like an affordable tablet. The Wacom One is like what, $400, $500?
That's true. You got a point.
I mean, it's
Because I was thinking about those, like Huon or whatever, which I haven't, which I haven't really used.
I've heard good things about them. I've just never used them.
Gabby is wondering, is there a difference between same face syndrome and just the artist's style?
I don't know. Same face syndrome. What do you mean? Like you're drawing the same face all the time?
Yeah, like you're trying to draw a new character, but it ends up having a similar, if not the same face.
I think that's just not exposing yourself to enough variety. I think once you expose yourself to enough variety, you can, and teaching yourself or forcing yourself to really push proportion and that sort of thing.
Why not bear on toilet on the telephone?
Oh, there you go. Put them on the turlet.
Scrolling through his Instagram.
You just have a little step, like a little.
Well, that would change his
Like
pose
a
altogether,
bat.
wouldn't it? I could change his pose to.
I'm watching the TikTok.
That's more like me.
TikTok. If you want to go extra detail, I think it'd be funny to have like either a statue or like a little sketch of a rabbit portrayed on a wall next to him in the toilet.
See, I like pushing proportion like this. Getting those little eyes against the big head.
There she blows.
Now, it's time to reverse it because I have a feeling this cheek is going to look wonky.
Reversal.
Let's reverse it. Yeah, see, we need more cheek on this side. That feels a little better like that.
That's just super cheeky.
Cheeky. So, we're all set. We got our visas in, everybody. We are Nick and Dustin and myself are Africa bound in about how many days from now?
3 weeks, isn't it?
3 weeks?
3 weeks? That's it? That's how far away it is? Wow. That's insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Inside of the brain. The official flight start of the trip out there is what, the 14th, 15th?
Yeah.
And we've been getting a lot of questions from people in Nairobi and Kenya asking if we're going to do a meetup. We're going to try.
Yes, we are going to try. Peter Hahn's going to be there with us as well. I think Peter did a meetup when we were there last time, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did. Maybe we'll horn in on his.
Yeah. Or we can do one together.
What will be the topic of your next course? Will it have subtitles in Spanish?
They'll all have subtitles in Spanish eventually. Because we are aiming to get everything subtitled.
Yeah, I would say that 95% of our courses on our website have Spanish subtitles already, including every new course we put out comes out with Spanish subtitles. So Ken's Producer's course, for instance, that just came out today on drawing portraits, has Spanish subtitles ready to go.
I didn't know you did it that quick.
Yeah, some of them have Portuguese, some of them have. Yeah, I usually get the English and Spanish subtitles out typically the day the course comes out.
Oh, that's great. See, everyone needs a Nick.
Nick.
Subtitle.
Birch.
What's your canvas size and resolution? I'm using the same brush you're using now.
This is 18 inches by 24 inches at 300 DPI.
Bing, bang, boom.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Fat guy in a little coat.
I'll bring this out here. Let that arm taper a little bit. It was getting a little too tubey.
A little too tubey.
A little too tubey.
To be or not to be?
Ah.
That's not currently the question.
Have you ever been to Asheville?
Yes, I have. Played darts in Asheville one time as I drank too much.
Where's Asheville again?
North Carolina.
I was just there
Yeah.
like 3 weeks ago. It was my first time. I really enjoyed it.
I was up there researching a movie that I was making for Disney called The King of the Elves, and when we were writing it, we wrote it to take place all the way from Mississippi all the way up into the Smoky Mountains. So that's why we were in Asheville. We hiked all over the place up there. Had a blast.
What will be the topic of your next course? And do you plan to take any more animation courses or make any more animation courses?
We're going to be making a lot more animation courses. Matter of fact, as we make Snow Bear, we are recording our process because it will be a course in itself on how to create an animated short.
Yep, we're doing the entire process from beginning to end.
What do you think the next course is going to be?
Well, I've thought about some animal courses because I think I'm due for an animal course. And that one is probably going to be primates. We've had a lot of requests for primates
Reptiles.
and reptiles.
Also been requested a lot.
Your thoughts on Ghibli Animations?
I love Ghibli. I'm going to tie this one down one more time. I love Ghibli. I was lucky enough to go there in 2003. Or 2004, I should say.
Lucky.
And visit with Miyazaki, and we sat and had lunch together, and we had a wonderful time. He told me he didn't like our movie. But it was a great time
Do
nonetheless.
you know if he had actually seen it?
I don't know if he'd actually seen it. He actually doesn't speak much English, so it was a lot of sign language, and we had interpreters.
You think the interpreter would have just lied and been like, "Oh, he loved it."
Yeah. It's not the Japanese way, man.
YouTube question. Aaron, since you were in charge of Brother Bear, how do you feel about the sequel? I can't find your name in the credits anywhere, so I'm assuming you didn't work on it?
I did not work on it. It had nothing to do with it. Early on in the production of the original Brother Bear, the first one, they came in, they had already determined they were going to do a sequel, and they pitched us some ideas for a sequel, and we gave our input on what we thought, and but that was about it. That's as far as it went. And to be honest with you, I've never seen the sequel. I tried to watch it a while back, but I'm so close to those characters. There's a lot of stuff in the sequel that I don't know that I would have done. But I mean, it's just, I think I'm too close to it.
So it says the bear you're drawing needs tiny round glasses.
Who said that?
That is Rowan Descalar. Probably butchered that last name. If I did, I apologize. But Rowan.
Let's see what that would look like.
Need some tiny round glasses. But like the glasses that I wore since high school. Like that smaller glasses.
Can you tell us what brushes you're using today?
I am using my number 7 pastel brush. It's the same brush I use on every illustration. It's available in my custom Photoshop brush pack number 1. The very first one that I ever created.
Called Pastel C.
It's called Pastel C. Yeah, what did I call it?
It's number 7, but it is the
Oh.
7th in the set. Yeah, I finally later realized it was labeled as Pastel C.
Yes. I really like this brush because it feels like pencil or a piece of sharpened pastel.
Have you ever heard of the noir comic Blaise?
No.
It's been mentioned on some other streams. A lot of people think you would really like it.
Yeah?
I think it's got animals in it.
Ah.
I think that's the one. Yeah.
If it's got animals in it, I probably would like it. Man, I watched this movie the other night called The Old Ways. And it's about demonic possession and all kinds of crazy stuff. But the medicine woman, the whole reason that caught my eye is I saw the poster for it, and she looked just like Tanana from Brother Bear. And they were even doing like red handprints on the walls and stuff. I thought it was really interesting. But it was really cool to see her. It was looking at Tanana in live action. It was really cool.
Jerome Salgado says, "Please shout my name, Aaron, for my art page. I'm your biggest fan. I'm Art Monkey."
Art Monkey. Is that what I was supposed to say?
Art Monkey.
Who is it?
Jerome Salgado.
Jerome Salgado, Art Monkey. Put it all together. You little art monkey, you. There. So, this is something that I try to do a lot, is contrast in shape and contrast in proportion. You get, look at all the tight detail in the face, and I want this big, I want this guy to feel big and looming. And so you get, like he barely fits into this jacket or shirt or whatever the heck it is that he's wearing.
Have you seen Raya and the Last Dragon yet?
Yes.
What did you think?
I liked it. I did.
Our good friend Armand Serrano did a lot of work on that project.
Matter of fact, we're getting ready to record a course with Armand Serrano this weekend.
Absolutely. Next week.
Next weekend, I mean. The weekend coming up after this one.
Like, it better not be this weekend or we got a problem.
It looks like the suit barely fits him.
That's the idea. Barely fits him.
Took you a second.
It did.
I was just like, wait for it. Wait for it. Hold. Have you been approached about the live action treatment of Brother Bear? How would you feel about such treatment of your vision?
Well, it wasn't my vision. It was the vision of 350 people. I mean, I had a lot to do with the vision on it, but it wasn't my movie. A whole bunch of us made that movie, and it was a conglomeration of a lot of people putting their heads together. I don't know. I think Brother Bear would actually make a really cool live action film.
I want to remind people who joined late that we have a new course out today on the website. It's an introduction to drawing portraits with Ken's Produso. It's 50% off through this weekend, so this is your last chance to get the special introductory price. If you head on over to creatureartteacher.com, you can pick it up. And we're running a back-to-school sale site-wide where we've got 40% off all of our animation lessons, art tutorials, Photoshop brushes, photo packs, everything over there. So check it out, creatureartteacher.com. That ends soon as well, so you want to hurry on over there and get that. If you're interested, we're closing in on 500 hours of video lessons over there.
I'm really happy about that. I think back to when we started, and what the intent that we had. We always wanted to be a major education hub, and we knew it was going to take time. And for us to have over 450 hours or whatever it is, just blows my mind that we've come that far. Makes me very happy.
Zoji says, this looks like the meme of the bearded guy who turns to the camera and then gives a satisfying nod.
That's
I
right.
totally agree to that.
It's Robert Redford from Jeremiah Johnson.
What kind of a voice would this bear have?
Let's give him a Charlie Day voice.
Sure. I want to build a spaceship. Spaceship.
Cast against type.
YouTube suggestion. Cody says, I have a suggestion. Get your bear a little squirrel friend.
Oh yeah, I had one where he had I did another one at one point. He had a squirrely friend.
I think you did, yeah.
What blending modes do you usually use?
Either normal, multiply, or overlay.
Multiply for your shadows, overlay for your highlights.
Yep,
Right.
that's pretty much it. Now I'll do color dodge for my brush blend mode. Sometimes if I really want to emphasize some light. Right now I'm just coloring them in like it's a coloring book, laying in local color. I'll go in and change this up in a little bit. But just going in and adding basic color.
Would you create Avatar-like or outer space-like creatures in the future? Like people and creatures from another planet?
Oh yeah, I have in the past. I have in the past. I know I haven't. Yeah, I haven't done any creature design in a long time, actually. Yeah, we should do that. Should have done that today.
I think the last time we did a alien design was
Or just a creature design in general.
last year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while since you have created a new creature.
This is what Dustin and I do all day long when we sit here. In between me yelling at him.
It's supposed to be 10 seconds long, not 5! That looks perfect!
That's funny. I wonder. I want to try something. I want to try something here.
Could you do a course on drawing rabbits and hares?
Yes.
Maybe a whole small.
Yeah, I plan on doing something with rodents.
Are rabbits a rodent?
Yeah.
They are?
Yes, sir. Yes, sirree, Bob.
Yeah. The single largest group of mammals is the rodentia. Sounds. When you call it rodentia, it sounds so much more classic.
Didn't believe me, huh? Had to look it up.
I did.
You doing okay there, bud? Yeah? Yeah? You doing alright there, bud?
Oh, actually, although once considered rodents, rabbits are now considered lagomorphs.
Well, whatever a lagomorph is.
A divergent species diverged separately and earlier than the rodent cousins.
I think a lagomorph is a type of morph that's very laggy. Has really
It's
bad
slow.
bandwidth.
Yeah, wow. So, there you go. They're not rodents anymore.
Wow.
Last time I checked, they were. I want to see what he looks like with a light jacket on, with red pinstripes, like an old timey.
I know it's not the right color, but at the same time, why am I getting like Mr. Rogers vibes out of this?
Yeah, it's his white sweater. Won't you be my neighbor?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?
Let's see. More pastel-y. I was going nuts with it. Going nuts too, eh?
Very nice, do eh? Hey, Aaron. I'm a big fan from India. Love to see your live show doing beautiful illustrations. Love your work. Love you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Twitch question. What traditional medium have you had the most difficulty working with?
Oh, you know, I still struggle a lot with gouache.
Gouache.
Yeah, and I shouldn't. It's a simple medium. The biggest problem I have with gouache is how much the color changes. I've never really been able to get used to that. How much the color changes from when it's wet to when it's dry.
Oh, yeah, I have noticed that before. I always wondered about that. Is there any relationship between gouache and tempera paint?
They're both water mediums, but wet media, but they're not really. Gouache is more watercolor. It's got an opaquing agent in it, so you can paint over it. You know, but it's basically watercolor.
I always thought they dried kind of similar.
Well, they do. I mean, gouache and tempera kind of have a chalkiness to them.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. That's what I was wondering if there was a connection between the two. What's the one that's made from egg whites? Is that
That's casein. It's kind of well, they do it with milk too. It's like a milk-based or egg whites or any of that. When when the eggs dry on your plate when you haven't washed them and it takes forever to get it off, that's what your medium is.
Veronica says gouache is one of my favorite words. Gouache, so fun to say.
Or when I was a kid, I thought it was gouachy.
Gouache.
Yeah.
Gouache.
Oops.
Have you worked on Tarzan? Thought it was a great movie. And also, do you like Ratatouille?
I love Ratatouille. No, I didn't work on Tarzan.
what about the statics?
Let me do this.
I remember you got hungry almost every time we watched that movie, Ratatouille.
Oh yeah. I was watching Stanley Tucci last night in his tour of Italy, his food tour of Italy. I got up and made pasta.
Of course.
What a great way to lose weight.
We're getting a mic static sound all of a sudden there. It's like static and on. Not a buzz, but it's
Is it mine?
All the way? Is the power plugged in all the way?
turn your mics off. Turn it off! Turn it off! No, I'm still getting it. It's your mic. I'm wondering if it's that. We've got a weird connection with that battery.
Is that your mic that's in use? Turn it off? Is that mic off?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Hold on, it's here. It's not on yet. We're still on that.
Us with sound problems? What?
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
Given that barber quartet style shirt.
Yeah. What are you talking?
Hello.
Me? Or- no,
Hello.
Right.
Hey everybody. It's me, Aaron Blaise. Go home. Okay.
Yeah, that fixed it.
Oh good.
It's me, Aaron Blaise, Walt Disney's old friend.
Just take your lapel mic off when you get a chance. If you want.
All right. All right. All right. Here it is.
Static noise is gone.
There we go.
What are the pros and cons of directing in your experience with films?
Pro is, you get to kind of helm a vision that you might have. The con, there's more cons than I can list. You shouldn't do it. It's so hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's incredibly difficult. One of the biggest difficulties is, making sure that everyone is heard and, sticking to your vision, but also not shutting people out.
Everything all good, Nick?
Yep. Aaron, what's the food like in Africa? What do you eat when you're out on location?
Bless you. It's a lot of it depends on the camp that you're at. So the camp that we're at is a Spanish camp, so it's European food. Our thing is, the Spanish don't eat until like 10 o'clock at night, so we don't have dinner till then.
Those lines of the shirt make me think of those group of singing men. Not sure the name, but they have some flat, round hats too. Those are quartets. Yep. Barber quartets, right?
Yeah. Barbershop quartet. That's the idea. I figured he'd be the bass, the baritone. Oh, the baritone.
Ha.
I'm cheating on the stripes there on the forearm. I think I'm screwing it up. Might have to change it up. One of the reasons I like to do this is all the little folds, you can get some texture through the pattern and it gives it form.
Twitch question. If the Spanish don't eat dinner until 10 p.m., when do the kids go to sleep?
10:05. I don't know.
When we were in Seville, there were kids up late.
Yeah, when Nick and I were in Seville, we'd go out and it'd be the middle of the week and we were getting something to eat at, 10 o'clock. The kids are still out there playing football.
Yep.
Have you thought about another Alaska trip?
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't. You know what? I used to go to Alaska every year, and I have not been since 2000. It's been 21 years since I've been to Alaska.
Remember, we were going to make that a health goal.
I know. Well, I still think we should.
Let's do it.
Speaking of health goals, someone's asking, Aaron, tell us about your weight loss journey. How much have you lost?
Oh, well, how much have I lost and then how much have I gained? That's the question. I've lost, 40, I gained 50. then lost another 20.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for now. That's all I got.
It just the way you phrased it almost sounded like you were continuing with it.
Any advice on drawing monsters?
No, not really. It's not my area of expertise. I would say, you know, anytime you can. Whenever I have to do something spooky, I definitely go for asymmetric. You know, don't make anything symmetrical.
The person that asked about the Alaska trip is Karen Green LaRoe. It said and just said we should bring the whole gang. It's been almost 30 years.
Yeah. Truth. There. I just went nuts with that, didn't I? There, his nice loud jacket.
But not too loud, hopefully.
Let's add I'm gonna add another. Let me see if I can do this. No. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and combine those layers. I'm going with those stripes. I'm gonna stick with them. Making a clipping mask. I'm going to set that to multiply. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep it normal. We're going to do some variations in the fur color. Oops. I'm going to do this.
How would you create a shallow depth of field on a digital drawing?
I will show you. If I want something up close, you just blur it. Or if you want something in the background, you blur it. You find your area of focus and you keep that in focus. So I can't really show it on this yet, but when we get into the face, I could probably show it a little bit maybe. But shallow depth of focus is all about, you know, thinking about where your focal plane is, and then anything behind it or in front of it would go out of focus. All right, so now okay. What is it doing? What the heck?
Was it freezing up?
It was just really acting weird on me. That was strange. It's been my everything's been buggy on here. It's just like every once in a while it just goes wackadoodle. I don't know what the heck it's doing.
Make sure to save.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, sure there, bud.
Just varying up different fur colors.
It's fur.
Fur. Did you catch that?
Yep. Yes, I did.
You don't let anything by.
No, I do not. Whoa.
Fur.
It's fur.
So Ken Sperduso's, let me rewind. Ken Sperduso's new course on an introduction to drawing portraits is out. And it's awesome.
Woohoo.
And I recommend it.
50% off through Monday. After that, the price goes up.
Yep. So go to creatureartteacher.com and check it out on CBS.
Only on CBS.
Do they even have those anymore? Probably not. All right, so let's put another clipping mask on here. And let's do, whoops, I can't do it that way. I can go here and create another layer and then move it up. And we're going to set that one to multiply. And we're going to go, here. Let's see. Which way do I want the light shining? Which way do we want it? From the left, that puts this in shadow, makes the shadow go across his face maybe? What would that look like? Let's just see what that might look like. Might be too much shadow.
Very strange.
That's kind of an interesting shadow. Or I could light him from the right side, all that would be in light, and cast a shadow across the left side of his face, but that seems obvious to me.
Too obvious?
Too obvious. Let's gray out the shadow color. The thing is, I'm going to get all this would be in shadow, a little bit of shadow here. I might blow them up a little bit. I might crop this so I can get it done. Let's see here.
Erica just hopped out and says, "Hello, everybody."
Hey, Erica. And Erica's killing it with the Birds of Prey course. Trying to get a little bit of form in those wrinkles So Erica is like going through every lesson, and it's just she's killing it. And thank you for all the promotion you're doing, Erica. Have you noticed how much she's promoting that course, Nick?
I have, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So all of this goes into shadows, see? That's why I thought it might be interesting. Once again, you got these big shapes, but then you have big dark shapes too. This would all be in shadow here, coming into light.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? Big fan here. Made a few of your online courses and hope to do a lot more. I'm curious, have you already got into the NFT market? Or if not, are you considering it? Regards from Portugal.
Well, we haven't gotten into the NFT market yet because of the environmental impact. We were kind of quick to jump on it initially, and we got pretty much crucified for doing it. And then I did some research into it and realized that there's a huge environmental impact with NFTs, and so we have decided to back off until they come up with a more environmentally friendly way of doing it. So no, we are not in the NFT market. Bum, 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 bum.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, let's see here. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of clean up some of these shadows.
Do you provide feedback or criticism on other artists' character design?
No, not usually. I don't have the time to do it. We just don't, yeah, we don't have the ability to do it right now. It's something we're working on. We'll hopefully have that ability to do later on down the road.
Is this character inspired by Brother Bear?
No.
You've been paid by studios to do feedback on character design and provide notes, but that's a different.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different thing altogether, man. So what I'm doing now is coming in and just hitting highlight areas just to hit where it might be a little brighter. Still keeping it loose. Keep it loose. Keep it tight.
I was just thinking.
As my buddy Amos Lee would say. Just coming through, hitting it here and there.
I missed the very beginning. Was this a suggestion, or did you just feel like drawing a big bear in a striped shirt today?
I just felt like drawing a big bear in a striped shirt today. Yep, that's what it was. It's funny. Oh, it's a big bear in a striped shirt. Nice.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh no.
People have mentioned that the striped shirt made him feel a lot more huggable for some reason.
I think it's the color palette of the shirt.
I like it. He's a confident bear. He doesn't have a problem wearing pink.
Oh yes, my big gay friend Greg, who is a very big bear, he would love this outfit. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh no.
Question. I know executives have only about 10 to 30 seconds to look at your portfolio. Is it best to put your greatest drawing right at the front?
Yes, put your best work up front. Absolutely, you want to catch their eye. Absolutely.
Comment. Aaron, because of you, I've been able to pursue animation and even enrolled in LA Film School. I can't thank you enough. You're the best.
Wow.
He actually said you're the GOAT, which is, greatest of all time. But
Thank you.
I didn't want your head to get bigger than it already is.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll thank you.
Longer remote.
What you did, and I thank you.
All right, it's time to start adding detail on top. Once I get to this stage, I just like to start I just start adding detail on top and start going right over the drawing.
To the stage.
This is kind of where it starts to come together. Right now, over me.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Did you ever meet Milt Call, and if so, what did you think of him?
No, he passed away before I ever was in there. I've got a milk called drawing given to me by my good friends, but I never got to meet him. I wish I could have.
What day did you start at the studio?
I interned in the summer of 1988, June and July of 1988, and then I started as a permanent employee April 17th, 1989.
That's interesting. I just looked up. He died April 19th, 1987.
Yeah.
So you missed him by almost exactly 2 years.
Yep.
Don't know that he was still at the studio at that point.
He wasn't. I think he left in. When did he leave? In 80-ish? Somewhere around in there?
Black Cauldron time.
Yeah. Well, Black Cauldron came out in 86.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I've been binge watching your old live streams, better than Netflix. In some of them, you mentioned Patreon. Do you still use that platform?
Occasionally, right, Nick? Are we still on there?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
About Patreon?
Yes. Yep. Patreon.com/Aaron Blaise Art. We're a little late putting stuff out. But got some stuff going up soon, actually. See, the last thing he worked on was the Rescuers in '77.
Yeah, that's why I figured he left after the rest, because I know he did Medusa.
Yeah, he was. Yep, that was his last project.
He wasn't an easy guy to get along with, but suppose he's one of the best draftsmen. Well, he's probably the best draftsman Disney ever had. Andreas was a big Milk Call fan.
Was he?
And knew him very well. Was a kind of a student under him.
So he says, love Rescuers and Medusa. Actually, plan to watch this week again.
Well, that's good because it's an awesome movie. I saw it in the theater when I was a kid.
Sir, you retired from Disney?
Well, I wouldn't say retired, but I don't work at Disney anymore. No.
You haven't worked for them in how many years now?
I left in 2010, so it's been 11 years.
Wow.
I know, crazy, right? Considering that was so much of a part of our life when you were a kid. Everything was Disney. There, starting to get a little form.
Have you ever been to India?
Yes, I've been to Delhi and Gangtok.
Delhi? What kind of sandwiches do they have there?
I very much enjoyed Delhi. I went to a couple of forts.
Hot in here.
What's that?
It is so hot in here.
I know, it's ridiculous.
And on this side, I get no airflow.
Yeah, come grab a here. Take my floor fan over here.
That's all right. I'm good at the moment, but
I don't need it. I mean, I've got another fan. I can, if you want to grab it.
I'll grab it in just a minute.
It's ridiculously hot. So we have to solve. Let's start a GoFundMe for our split air conditioner.
Are you coming to the UK in the next few years?
As soon as they open things up for us, I know things are open now, but the variant is screwing things up. We're hoping it doesn't screw up our Africa trip, knock on wood.
I swear to Jesus, if it does, all hell's going to break loose.
Any favorite Mark Davis characters?
Not really. I mean, I love Mark Davis's work. I can't remember what Mark Davis did, actually. I can't remember what characters he did. Did he do Wendy? I know he did animals. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what he did, who he did.
Bambi.
I didn't know he designed Bambi.
Says he was the animator on Bambi, Thumper, and
Well, a
Flower.
lot of the guys animated Bambi. I know he had a lot to do with the development of those
He's
characters.
credited as Fraser Davis on that film for some reason. Directing animator of Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox in Song of the South. Mr. Toad. Oh, directing animator of Alice in Alice in Wonderland.
That's what I was thinking of as far as the live action went.
Tinkerbell.
Oh, well, live action-esque.
He did Tinkerbell. He was a directing animator. Directing animator of Maleficent.
God, that's a terrible nose. I'm hating this thing. I'm struggling. Why am I struggling so much with this nose?
He did Maleficent. He did Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
How many digital artists does Disney have in their studio? Yes,
Yes, exactly. I don't know.
lots. I'm sure. Coming to the Boston area in the near future?
We don't have any immediate plans, but we are going to do a Northeast tour at some point because New York, Boston, we've got a lot of fans up there, and we haven't hit that area at all.
I'm just going to keep it simple. The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
I thought the KISS method was rock and roll all night long.
Oh, well, there's that. That's a little better.
And party every day.
Yes.
It was I heard something, they were talking about commonly misunderstood lyrics. And you know, everybody knows the there's a bathroom on the right?
Yeah.
I want to rock and roll all night, and part of every day was also one. And part of every day. Sounds a lot more practical that way.
It does. We're going to work the rest of the time, but part of the time we're going to party. I've never thought of that one. That's funny. And part of every day. Man, KISS was so big when I was a kid. I wanna rock and roll all night. Let's see, I'm gonna knock this back to about 50%. Party every day. There we go. Those glasses work a little better now. Give them a little sheen.
Is it possible to get an internship after you're out of college, or is it too late then?
No, you can get I remember we had internships with 65-year-old men in them. And women. I'm not sure how they're doing internships nowadays, but you know, back in the day when we were doing it, there was no age limit. Now
I'm sure there's no age limits. I mean, I think that's actually illegal.
It is. But they now granted they were recruiting in colleges, so you know, place your odds there as far as what you're going to get. Put some background color in here. I'm getting noodly. It's a fun little character drawing, but I'm getting noodly. Noodly.
Which animated movie do you think was Disney's biggest flop and why?
I don't know. Well, there's financial flops where, I mean, they were literally, you can look at the box office receipts to see what was an actual flop. But I think Disney's probably worst film they've put out. My least favorite is Black Cauldron.
Well, I always heard Black Cauldron was considered one of their biggest financial failures too. So,
Well, yeah, I have no idea.
because that's the one that almost got animation shut down, right?
It is. That movie for me is, I can't watch it. I have a hard time getting through it.
There's some good animation in it. I mean, it's a tough movie, but there's some good shots here. And I mean, Andreas animated a ton of that movie. And
He did, well, yeah, he did over 1,000 feet in that film.
yeah.
And
But I get what you're saying. It's a tough watch.
Yeah. Andreas is a genius, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, it's the culmination of everything that makes up an animated movie. Animation is just part of it.
It's funny because there's that one character in it that's like the CG orb, like the computer animated glowing ball.
Yeah.
And you could see that, like, I think it's early in the movie, and then they clearly abandoned it, and you almost just get forgotten about, and then it just kind of pops back up at the end.
Yeah.
I think they were like, this is going to be way too hard. Let's just scrap it. But that whole movie was kind of like that from what I understand, right? Like, it was just production nightmare after production.
Yeah,
nightmare.
it's funny because I know so many people that worked on it, but no one really talked about it.
Yeah.
Just never really talk about it. I was a senior in high school when that came out, and I remember being really excited seeing the trailer for it, going, "Ooh," you know, because I loved animation, and it's funny, I never went to see it. And it wasn't until I was an employee at Disney that I actually saw it. I pulled it out and went, "Oh, yeah, you know, I never did see this. Let's pull this out." And oh man, it was hard. Have you seen it, Dustin?
Seen what?
Black Cauldron?
Oh yeah. I watched it a couple of times growing up.
Dorothy has no friends.
Yeah, I'm just painting
This
in.
is from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. Being the most expensive animated film ever made at that time, it was a box office bomb, grossing just $21 million against a $44 million budget.
Wow. The amount of money we put into our animated movies now, right? Well, we We used to.
Disney did not even release the film on home video until 1998.
Too shameful.
Mind if I grab a drink for the fridge?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I'll take a Diet Coke.
A Diet Coke? How about you, Nick? You want anything?
Water, please.
There's a LaCroix pure sparkling water in there if you want.
Who gets just the water flavored LaCroix? That's so weird.
I do.
I know,
I
it's
love
just
I
odd.
love really good just plain soda water.
You want Diet Coke, sir?
It's just because they're known for like the flavors, like they're the ones that kind of started the
Yeah.
flavor thing.
It's water flavor, man.
I know.
This water tastes like.
Of course, I'm the weird guy that likes the
You want any
coconut
soda?
LaCroix too. So
Oh yeah, thank you.
You said water, Nick?
yes, please. The LaCroix water.
Which is what you have in your hand, Dustin, that kind. It's in the door. In the bottom of the door? Oh. Vedanta must have got it. Let's do a little.
How do you commit to a background color? I always end up fiddling with it forever.
I usually will take the main color of my subject a lot of times, especially for character stuff like this, and I'll pick a complement, but I'll tone it way down. So in this case, you know, the color of the bear is brown, which is kind of based in the red, so I picked green as the complement.
By the way, as a reminder for everybody, as part of our back to school sale that we're running right now, if you are a teacher or student, you can get our annual membership or our streaming memberships for 50% off. I'll post a link in the comments, but
I don't like it.
it really is the best deal we have on the website.
Yeah, I concur.
It's the best deal in the entire world. Is learning animation difficult?
Yes. I think it is. I think it was. I think it's incredibly rewarding, incredibly fun. But, you know, full character animation, it depends on the type of animation, I think. I think some types of animation are harder than others. Doing full character animation, I think, is difficult. Disney style.
Kuda Sabanda says, got my Waka 1 after watching a review on YouTube. Can't wait to test it out.
Ah, cool. I hope you like it. We love ours.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about it is just how lightweight it is.
Yeah.
Because of its size and the weight, it just makes it so easily portable.
Yeah.
How often do you talk to Glenn Keane?
Not very often. I haven't talked to Glenn in. Well, I got a 30-second conversation with him at CTN. That was about it before his assistant
Yeah,
yanked
that
him
was
away.
a bummer.
That was
Yeah.
pretty, annoying.
Although did you get to talk to him a little bit at the last one? Remember we went and saw his Netflix talk? Did you get to talk to him for a
No,
little bit?
didn't get to talk to him then either. I haven't really been able to talk to him at all since I was living on the beach there. It's been like 8 or 9 years.
Do you miss your old house? How big is this house compared to the previous one?
It's not much bigger. It's just laid out a lot better, and it's got better amenities and.
Actually,
No, I don't miss the old house
it's
at all.
Far bigger.
I don't miss the old house at all. Especially my office. I spend 90% of my time in my studio, in my office. And the other one was like sitting in a closet. This is much better. Although this one's filling up pretty quick. Oh well, I'm noodling on this.
Noodler. Noodle, noodle.
Noodler.
Sir, what pets do you have at your home?
We got a rabbit, 2 dogs, 3 cats, and
lots of
fish. Lots of fish. Hello, rabbit.
What drafter's table have you got? Tempted to get one.
What drafter's table? Oh, I got
Good
that
draft
one.
table.
Can't remember the brand. I don't know if I got it through. I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. But it's a cool table. Are you able to see what that brand is, Nick?
On the desk right there?
Yeah. Is there a brand that shows up anywhere? I doubt it. Don't worry about it.
So what equipment will you be packing for your Africa trip?
Sketchbooks and cameras. That's pretty much it. Sketchbooks and film cameras, or video cameras as well.
Photo, and for me, my photo cameras and lenses,
Yeah.
and my laptop.
Oh yeah, laptops. Whoops. Let's put another layer on top of that. Set that to multiply. I'm gonna push some shadows. Push some shadows a little bit.
Barnburger says, I think Nick doesn't miss the old house either, especially the closet.
Well, Nick wasn't there very much.
No, because he was
Oh,
in
he
the
was
house
always
the whole time.
yeah.
I think we're gonna retire your jokes, Justin. We're gonna.
That was a
post the
Martin
jokes.
Burger. That was a Martin Burger
I
joke.
know. Justin doesn't have to read them all. But.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going through and pushing some of the darks to get a little more contrast in here.
Can you show some sketches of that you made during your India trips?
No. What? No, I don't have those on hand right now.
No, I want to see it right now.
Well, then that's the point. If you know I can't show it, don't read the question. That's the point. Think ahead, Dustin. Now, somewhere down the road, could do it
How much of a
in a future stream. Huh?
Sorry, didn't mean to step on you.
That's all right.
How much of a designer's skills should an animator develop?
As much as any other designer. You're designing movement, you're designing composition, you're designing character. I mean, there's all kinds of design that goes into what an animator does. So a lot.
What do you think about YouTubers doing animation? Because I'm thinking about doing my own anime series on my own channel.
I think it's great. We're doing the same. We're doing the same thing. Or trying to. You know, we went in between. We've got Snow Bear going on, but we did some stuff with Violet the dog, and Pogo, the three-legged dog. We want to do a series with them at some point. There we go. Just putting in the details on this guy. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to do my usual thing where I can't get to the details on the rest of the thing, so I'm going to put it all in shadow.
Dustin, any new milestones with photography to share? Well, I have a couple of gold photos I'm going to try to get when we're in Africa, but beyond that, I want to start getting into more portrait photography, like getting flashes and diffusers and all that jazz, to try set style portrait photos. Just to try to spread things out a little bit, and a little bit more landscape.
I think a landscape, you'd kick butt in landscape.
Yeah, and I want to get some more prime lenses to fit those goals. Thinking like a 24 and a 50 millimeter lenses. But I think my ultimate lens goal is 600 mil. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, any plans to visit the Balkans? We have amazing nature here, architecture, and people too.
No plans right now, but I'll definitely be up for it.
Are there any traditional media courses planned for the rest of the year?
What was I going to do? I'm thinking about doing a course, an acrylic course, for sure. But beyond that, not really. Definitely going to be doing some more animation as well. There we go. Now it's starting to feel like it has a little dimension to it. playing with those shadows and whatnot.
Whatnot.
Whatnot. I'm going to richen up that color. I'm going to put an overlay on top of it. You get a really rich kind of red, orange. What I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe knock it back to about 50% and just kind of scumble over our guy up here. Just give him a little color. Just gets that color a little richer than it was looking a little bit grayed out for me.
Do you have any
Warming
target
it all
goals?
up.
Huh?
Sorry, just warming it all up. Go ahead.
Do you have any target goals for the next 5, 10, or 15 years?
Yes. Next question. Yeah, I mean, our biggest goal obviously is to, we want to continue to grow Creature Art Teacher. I really, I love doing the education, and I just love doing what we're doing, and so I just want to build it and build it and keep it going.
Would your horse course work for learning to draw donkeys as well?
Not specifically donkeys. No, I don't, because I don't really cover donkeys. I mean, you'll get the shape of horses for sure, and it'll apply directly to donkeys.
Someone said, no, the horse course is for horses, of course.
So it's not super, no, I don't think it would.
I mean, I imagine there's a lot of overlap.
There's a fair amount of overlap, but it depends on how, with donkeys, I think it would work for mules, which is a cross between a horse and a donkey, but, once you start getting into more specific donkeys, it's just that, they're very specific. To me, it's like, learning to draw wolves, and can you apply it to?
Bless you.
Can you apply it to foxes? It's like, yeah, you kind of could, but they're two different things.
Fine, I get it. Okay. Sorry.
Fine.
We'll do it live.
When's your photography class, Dustin? I think it's going to be closer towards the end, either closer to the end of the year or maybe the start of next year. There's still some more equipment and knowledge I need to get together before I can really get started on it.
Good call, Dustin. So here I'm trying to get a little reflected light on his chin, his chinny chin chin.
Aaron, have you ever tried combining acrylics and watercolors together in a piece?
Yeah, definitely. I've laid down, I've only used the acrylics as opaque over watercolor instead of gouache, and it works okay.
If they asked you, would you go back to Disney if the job was right?
Nope.
No?
The job wouldn't be right. There's no job that I would do over there that would make it right. I love what I do now, and I'm not talking bad about Disney because I love my time at Disney, but I love what I do now. And there's no way I would be able to remotely do what I'm doing now at Disney. The biggest thing for me is I'm You know, we have our own company. We're working for ourselves. For me to go and work for somebody else now is just out of my mind. There's no way I could go and work for a company now, somebody else's company. I want to fill it. You know, I'm 53 years old. I want to fulfill my own vision. So I'll leave it to someone else to do that.
And are you looking to grow your studio with more staff anytime soon?
No, not really. I don't think no. We've got, you know, everyone does exactly what we need. We don't really have a need. I can see maybe somewhere down the road we might grow, but I don't know in what way yet. It might be in a way that hasn't presented itself to us yet. But as we are now, I feel pretty good about how we are.
Depending on how this live stream goes, we might be looking to cut some positions. Just kidding.
Steve's fired. He's not even here.
I know. Poor Steve. He barely gets through a workday without getting fired.
There we go. I think that's about as much as I can noodle this thing. Noodly noodle. Oh, okay, I can noodle it a little more.
It's always one more thing.
There's always.
Now that I got the warmth in here, I can feel where I want that warm, bounced light. It takes me a while to get to it, but then you can start to feel it. Just adding little textures here and there.
Zildjian has a question. Is Steve real?
Well, depends on what Steve you're talking about.
Is anything real?
If you're saying Steve
Is
Austin,
reality real?
no. Steve Coleman, maybe. Depends on who's asking. What the f- Just adding my little details here on the snout and his schnoz.
Was Jeffrey Katzenberg really that crazy to work with during the beginning of the Disney days?
No, he wasn't. I wouldn't say he was crazy to work with at all. I thought he was I think he's a pretty creative genius. He's the hardest worker I've ever seen. No one works harder than Jeffrey Katzenberg. But I never thought he was crazy.
He's just known for being a strong personality, right?
Yeah, he's a very strong personality, which I get. He said some funny things in meetings, kooky things in meetings, to get his point across. But I've always admired him.
Oh, one more thing I want to remind people of, because we should be getting them anytime. We have 2 art books that are available on our website. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/books, and right now we're having a pre-order sale on those, and if you get in on the pre-order, you're guaranteed to get a signed copy. As soon as we get them, which should be any time, the pre-order sale's over and your chance to get a signed copy's over. So get them while they're hot.
The only other way you'll get a signed copy is to see us in person at CTN or Lightbox.
Or the 7-Eleven near you.
Or it's right at the front door. Knock, knock. Oh.
Yeah. Hello. don't want the shape dynamics on. Sometimes it's really weird. I'll push the button to get rid of shape dynamics up at the top, the icon, but it doesn't get rid of it. I have to go in and manually do it in the brush presets.
Strange.
Yeah. Same with the transfer pressure.
Twitch question: what's your favorite place to draw when you're up at Yellowstone?
Probably Lamar Valley. That's where all the bison are. Especially when all the babies are being born.
Oh yeah. And speaking of Yellowstone, don't forget to check out my new wildlife reference pack.
That's right.
That released last week of Yellowstone, and a lot of the bison photos are from the Lamar Valley. And was the shots of the wolf, was that in the Lamar Valley as well?
No, I don't think
I can't
so.
remember the exact destinations, but majority of them are in fact in Yellowstone. But got a lot of rams and grizzly bears and black bears and wolves and all the great wildlife of Yellowstone. So be sure to go over there and check them out
On CBS.
Be sure to check them out on creatureartteacher.com. Oh yeah.
Try to get this nice and square for an Instagram post. Am I cutting off too much of his body? Let's see. Nope, don't like it.
Yeah.
And I say go the other.
You
other
can always
direction.
just crop it when you upload it to Instagram. You don't have to.
I know. I'm just,
I think-
Hey, I'm just saying.
I think cropping it in with his head towards the right hand side.
I kind of don't want to lose that, so I keep that there. Maybe if I just do that. I'm trying to get that 1/3 crosshair on his face a little bit, but I can't really do it. Whoops. Don't want to crop that too much. I want to get rid of all the gray on the bottom. Oops, what did I do there? What did I do? It's a little better. It is what it is. It's just a character portrait. It's a boring character portrait.
A character.
A character. It's a boring character portrait. I like it. I mean, I like his size. I feel like I want to know his story.
No, I like it. People really enjoy it. This is a fun image for some reason. He's got a lot of character.
For some reason.
You think you walk up to him like, you tell me a story. He just goes, yeah, sure, I'll tell you a good story.
When I was a young guy.
When I was just a cub. Talking about complete opposite character voice.
Trying to get some of that purple reflected into his fur. Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, I'll tell you. I can't do it. I can't do your voices.
You can't do my voice?
No. No. All right, so I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to set it to overlay.
Erica Bay says he looks like a music teacher. Hey, do you kids want to learn how to play the banjo?
Oh, wow. Okay, so that is going to go on nice and thick. Just trying to get a little bit of just a little more form on those there wrinkles. Those there wrinkles. What's that I hear?
I was getting a spam call. Mark says, he looks like a mayor of a small city in Austria. Austria? Well, good day, mate.
Put another
Put
shrimp,
a shrimp on the barbie. Sorry, I just had to.
You know how many people are out there going to go, he's got the wrong country.
And the other half are like, I see you're a man of culture as well.
That's right. There we go. I think we've got it. I can't. I'm just going to collapse it all now. And then we're going to do one more thing.
Should his,
There's always one more thing.
should his hands be resting on a cane or something? Or are they on his stomach? They're on
Well,
his
they're on his knee. I just got rid of the drawing part.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Right there. See his knee there?
Yep.
But I could put a cane there.
No, I like it the way it is. I just forgot about the knee.
You got me thinking now.
No.
You
You
don't
know
want
how
to.
that is. Once he's got a thumb in his head, he's committed. He can't be bargained with. Can't be reasoned with.
There, he's got a cane.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy. You know what we do?
One more thing.
No,
Say it.
because that gray, I can't stand that gray down below. I'm just gonna
Rest his hands on a banjo.
down. There, that's going to bring all the eyes up there. And then what you do is you put a little layer on top of everything and you set it to multiply. Then you go into your gradient tool and you get nice blue. Nice dark blue. Let's go into that shadow and we just go pow, pow, pow. Look at him coming right up out of that shadow. Pow, 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 pow. Pew, 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 pew. There.
Pew, pew.
Now it's not so distracting. See there?
It's really small on the screen for people, just so you know.
Oh hell, let me make it better. How's that?
Perfect size.
Whoops.
Oh, even better.
Pan and scan. All right, so now what I'm going to do is this.
Sign it.
Put those into a folder. I'm going to copy that folder. Turn that one off. This one I'm going to go merge group. So now it's all one group. Now what I want to do, two more things. Is I'm going to come down the hill and oh, interesting. I don't know if I'm saved. Come over here. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted my,
It looked like he burped bubbles.
I know, burp. There we go. Why does it keep doing this? I guess it won't let me use the smear tool for those dots.
Me.
That's weird.
I know. Sometimes it'll, when I make a brush, it won't allow me to use it for other things, which is, I think that's a new thing with this. Let's see if I can use this one. Okay, good. That's going to let me do it. So here now,
I wonder if there's a property you have to check when you're creating the brush.
maybe. It's at 50%. I'm going to drop that down to right there.
Where it says this bear's thinking in his head, "Hi, how are you?"
There we go. Just getting a little fur texture. Just a little fur texture in the fur along the edges. Softening them up a little. This is just, I don't even know if you can see it at home, what I'm doing. Yeah, let me blow it up for you. Around the ears.
Twitch comment, Nathan on Twitch says, if you save it as a different brush preset and then you uncheck one of the 2 boxes, it will allow you to use it for anything.
Oh, thank you. Learn something new every day. There we go. So now what I want to do is I want to go into this brush. I don't want that. I want more of a soft round pressure opacity. We're going to get really warm right up in here. I'm going to set this to color dodge. I'm going to drop this way down to 11%. I'm just going to burn in a couple spots
YouTube
here.
comment, the fact that this took you less than 2 hours is crazy.
Oh, I felt like it dragged for a second there, so I'm glad you think that it went fast. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm kind of heating him up in the light, like he's getting some nice strong light on him. I like to do that, especially right off the nose right there. Nice strong glint. Look at that. Ooh, light. Aziz, light.
Someone just asked, and the answer is yes, if we're doing panels at Lightbox this year.
Yes.
And absolutely, we've got 3 that we're doing, and if you go to creatureartteacher.com/lightbox, you'll see the full schedule.
So as I finish this up, just to reiterate, we have a brand new course by Ken Sproduso that is out now, which is an introduction to drawing portraits. It's really good. Ken and I worked at Disney together. He's a great artist, has a great way of explaining his approach to portraiture, likenesses, that sort of thing. Go to creatureartteacher.com and check it out. Also, our book, my book on 100 drawings, and my Art of Aaron Blaise book, which is basically the last 15 years or so of my art, 20 years, is in pre-order. You go to creatureartteacher.com/books to get that. And if you order now, during the pre-order period, you will get a signed copy. I'm going to be spending, once we get those books, I'm going to be spending about a week signing thousands of
And
copies.
they're all printed and done. We're just waiting for them to arrive to us. So as soon
Yes,
as we
they
get
have.
them,
They've
we'll
been
ship them
shipped. They've been shipped to us. We're going to receive them so we can sign them, and then we will be shipping them to you. But here's our little bear character today. I kind of just left left his hands unfinished, but that's okay. But he's a fun little character. He likes color. Just gotta shine it.
Shiny.
Just gotta shine it now. Put that back to normal. Bring this back up to 100%.
100.
100. And there's got my pastel C brush. There it is. There, now you can see it. How's that? Nice and full without all the tools in the way. So that was fun. We got him out. I felt like drawing a little bear character. We got a bear character.
Woohoo!
So I hope you guys have a great weekend. We already went over all of our sales. I'll do it one more time. We got Ken Sperduso and his approach to portraiture, an introduction to drawing portraits. That's out now and available, 50% off. We've still got a back to school sale happening. So anything you buy at creatureartteacher.com, that includes memberships, Nick?
Memberships are on sale.
Oh, okay. Everything's 40% off.
Yep.
And if you are a student or a teacher, you get an extra 10% off.
Yep.
The books are in pre-order. My book, The Art of Aaron Blaise, and 100 drawings. Go to creatureartteacher.com/books. And if you order that now, you will get a signed copy. Thanks for joining me today. I had a great time, even though it was hot. Sorry, Nick.
Hi,
It's okay.
We got to solve that. There's a few things we got to solve. But have a great weekend. Go on out there, put some beauty back into the world. Take some of these things that you saw today and use it. Hopefully you learned something today. And if you didn't, at least you're entertained, hopefully. But anyway, going out there, put some beauty back into the world, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Glad you guys enjoyed this stream. And once again, for on my end, I got my brand new Yellowstone reference pack out for sale that was released last week, and it's still 50% off. So be sure to go over there and check those out. And also for all you Instagrammers, you can check out my Instagram at Dustin_Blaise. So go over to Instagram and give me a follow because I love posting new wildlife up there. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. See you guys next week. And as always, Cowboy Bebop.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.